Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. So I want to say thank you for everyone joining me on the watch along for the Warhammer Plus reveal. But now that we have the full information, I just wanted to break it all down, go through it all, explain what you're actually getting, and really just give my thoughts and feedback on the stuff that we're actually getting in this new Warhammer Plus service. So jumping straight into the deep end is the price point. Now this has been a big talking point now for the last couple of weeks. We've all debated what is going to be the price point for Warhammer Plus. Before this stream went live, I was thinking it's going to be around £10 a month. So I was surprised that it actually was half that. It's going to be £4.99 British pounds. It's going to be $5.99 US dollars, and it's going to be €5.49. Now that is the monthly subscription fee. If you want to be paying for the annual subscription fee, which you save around £10 on, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be $49.99 British pounds. It's going to be $59.99 US dollars, and it's going to be €54.99. For me, I think that this is a great price point. I think £5 or $4.99 is a great fee for what you're getting. Now, when it comes to what you're getting and the price point itself, I think you as an individual have to decide, is it worth it for you? We had a lot of debate on the stream. Is it worth it for some of the services that they're offering? And we're going to be getting into that in a second. But before we do that, I just want to say, for me as an individual, I'm looking at Warhammer Plus solely for the animation side of things. The other things are just bonuses. I may not even use them that much. I may not even watch some of the content that they plan to do on Warhammer Plus. I'm solely down for the Warhammer animation projects, which we'll get on to in a bit because I've got some feedback on some of that stuff, which I'm a bit not happy with. But firstly, let's just jump through and look at like the exclusive stuff that you get on Warhammer Plus. So if you're subscribing for a year, you get a free miniature. Now, yes, free is in free. You have to subscribe for a year, so technically it is going to be around a £50 miniature, but it's on top of the service that you're already paying for. So is it really free? Is it free? You know, people are debating this. It's not really a free miniature because you're paying for it. I say it is kind of a free miniature because you're paying for the service anyway, and if you didn't add this, then you won't be getting a free miniature. So for me, it is a free miniature. Now, the free miniatures that you're going to be getting, the first one looks absolutely bloody amazing. It's a 40k one. It is a Vindicare assassin. He's in this like statue, kind of like a sister statue, and you know, he's like placed himself at the top of the head and he's shooting down. I really get some like Stalingrad, like, you know, urban environment kind of sniper vibes to this. Absolutely beautiful model. I know before the stream we were all talking about, is it going to be like an Eldar or anything like that, because the curves on it didn't seem too orky, but definitely fantastic model. Am I going to be using this in my games? Probably not. I think that most people will probably just put this on eBay and maybe, you know, sell it for like £30-40. Again, it's eBay. I don't know what the price is going to be, but I'm sure if you don't want this model, you can sell it and probably get your money back or make some money to go towards the Warhammer Plus fee that you were paying for anyway. And the second exclusive model which you're going to be getting is this orc in the background. This is for AOS, but I've always said these orcs can be easily turned into 40k models if you have that skill or you have that patience to do that. Again, it looks a nice model, nice and thick, nice and big. I love the axe. I love that he's holding like the helmet in his hand, like he just ripped someone's head off and it's like, yo, this belongs to me now, like that kind of thing. So yeah, I think those are both fantastic models, and again, these are the exclusive models that you'll be getting for Warhammer Plus. They did mention that every year they will be changing the models up, so next year we won't have these models. It'll be something else. Maybe it'll be a Space Marine, maybe it'll be a Chaos Marine, maybe it'll be an Eldar Orc. We don't really bloody know, but every year they will have new exclusive models. Now, other services that are going to be included in Warhammer Plus, of course, we have the animations, which we'll talk about in a second. You have a new show called Citadel Color Masterclass, which is basically painting. Again, we'll get to that onto a second. You have another show called Lawmasters, which are going to be going into the lore, and you have another show called Battle Reports. That's going to be AOS and Warhammer 40,000 bat reps. So let's start with the animation stuff, because they confirmed that on the 25th of August, when all this launches, by the way, it was supposed to launch in July, but they had to knock it back because of Nurgle's plague, aka Corona. So on the 25th of August, they're launching with two shows. One of them is Angels of Death, the much, you know, the Blood Angels and stuff, which we've been seeing all the trailers for, and Hammer and Bolter. They did confirm that on those days it's going to be episode 1, and then they're going to be releasing it on a weekly basis, which for me, I absolutely hate. I'm not saying it because I absolutely hate it because it's this. I hate that for any type of show. I hate that they do it for Loki, the Bad Batch. Netflix has started to do it. They do it on some Amazon Prime stuff as well. I literally hate that. I'm a person that likes to sit down and binge watch. I love it. I can sit there the entire night and binge watch it all. That's the type of person I am. So I hate the thought that these are going to be released on a weekly basis. One of the other things that that was mentioned on the stream is that these shows are probably going to be between about 10 to 15 minutes per animation episode. I know a lot of people weren't happy about that. They were expecting it to be like 20 plus minutes per episode. All I'll have to say on that subject is that yes, I want more minutes. I want as much Warhammer 40,000 as I can get. But when it comes to animations are a lot more harder to do, a lot more harder to produce, and more time consuming than probably filming something, because you have to like hand draw it all, the voice actors, you know, all the effects and stuff like that. So maybe that is why they are this length. But yes, I am a bit unhappy that they're going to be between 10 to 15 minutes. I wanted them to be 20 minutes plus. But I'm still looking forward to them. I'm massive into 40k animations. I'm massive into the 40k lore and stuff. So seeing this come out is going to be a dream come true for me. And again, as I said at the start of the video, this is really what I'm paying this £5 for. I'm basically jumping in for the animations. I don't really care that much about the other things that are attached to it. If I am going to watch them, I'll watch them, but it's not the main thing I'm going into Warhammer Plus for. The next service they announced for Warhammer Plus is Citadel Color Masterclass. Now, this is an interesting one, because this is going to be like learning to paint like gold and demon standards and taking it to the next tier. Now, I always wondered about this, because some months back there was a chap called Darren Latham, and he was an absolutely fantastic miniature painter. He made his own YouTube. I think he's got his own Instagram and Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And he started making tutorials on like advanced stuff with GW, like how to like do, you know, armor certain ways and really make it to the next stage of painting. And then he informed us that, you know, GW spoke to him and he's not allowed to do that channel anymore. And I was thinking, why? You know, GW are not producing this type of content on their channel. It's basically for the beginners to, you know, just to get the hang of model painting. But now it all makes sense, because they must have had this in the works now for a couple of months, the Citadel Color Masterclass. So this is where you're going to be learning that type of stuff. I would presume that Darren was learning, actually was teaching us on his YouTube channel. They put that as part of this service now. One of the things that I want to say to people, because a lot of people were concerned, not only for this, but the Lawmaster thing that we'll also talk about in a second, is that a GW got to start removing channels now that do this type of content. Fan channels. You know, you have all these amazing painting channels on the interwebs. There's so bloody many of them. They all have their own little thing. They all have their own little followers. And people were concerned about, is GW got to start copy striking these channels, so people will have to go to their service to see how you do it? And I've got to say no, because copyright doesn't work like that. No one is going to be taking down tutorial channels, because that's what it is. The tutorials, it's people painting in their own ways and showing you how they do their techniques in their own little way. So please don't be concerned about YouTube channels disappearing because they're doing a tutorial on a Space Marine. Next up is the Warhammer Lawmaster show, and this is a very interesting one, because they are now doing their own lore stuff, like they're doing their own lore videos. Now, the first thing that popped into my head is, how are they going to stop me from watching people like Luton, Voldemort, 40k Theories, there's, you know, Border Prince, there's all these amazing channels that do all these fantastic 40k lore. So what's going to separate that from them? And again, the whole argument, are they going to start copyrighting these channels because these chaps are doing the law? And I've always said, no, you can't do that. That's not how copyright works. One of the things that I think that GW may have going for it is the production value, that they may have like all the fancy images, the music and stuff, but some of the high tier 40k lore creators like Luton and stuff, they do that already. So I'm thinking maybe that the lore that we see as speculative and like not is that the real story? Is that not the real story? Maybe GW will have the advantage here to come out and say this is the official lore and you heard it here first. One of the things that made me actually laugh is that a part of this text, it says Lawmasters is the official Warhammer Law show presented by experts. I think that's a bit of shade. I'm sorry, GW. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people are just, you know, maybe GW have written that and they don't know what saying, but are you saying that the people who are doing it at the moment are not experts? Because some of the people that I watch for 40k lore are absolute masters of 40k lore. Like, they know more than me. Like, I really know the Imperium. When I say Imperium, Space Marines. When I say Space Marines, it's just Dawn's boys. That's really where my expertise stands. So yeah, I don't know if that's a little bit of shade, but the people who are on YouTube now who are doing the 40k lore videos, they are amazing people. They're amazing people, not just in real life, but they're amazing people at making the content that they're making for 40k lore as well. And finally, the last show is the battle reports, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer 40,000 battle reports. On the stream, they actually mentioned that they're going to be doing like narrative games, they're going to be doing like the normal match play, games and stuff like that. They mentioned like in narrative games, we'll be seeing stuff like the Siege of Terror, Armageddon. That stuff actually does interest me. But another thing is, when I watch battle reports, I normally watch it for the people who are playing it. Maybe you're different, but the personality attached to the battle reports is what makes the battle report for me. The people who are laughing, joking, having a good time. So if GW really want me to start watching that, they need to make the people presenting it. I'm not saying that the people who are presenting it are bad people, because I haven't watched anything. I'm not going to presume anything about them either way. But what I'm saying is that the bat reps I'm watching at the moment, I'm watching it for the individuals who are playing it, because they're great people. They explain the game, they show the game, and they tell us the story of that game in an awesome way, and that's why I watch that type of content. And some other services included is that all the apps are going to be added to this. So the 40k app, the AOS app are going to be added to this Warhammer Plus service now. You're going to get something called Warhammer Vault, and it's basically an archive of all the old books. Hopefully I'm getting this right. So like all the past White Dwarf books, because they said like when it launches, the entire collection of the 2020 White Dwarfs will be added. You're going to be getting Age of Sigmar books. You're going to be getting stuff like, the Gathering Storm, Fall of Cadia, a part of that, because I know a lot of people are like, where can I get this, because you can't get it anymore. So this is going to be the archive that added to it. I've always said I wish they would release the 40k rules for free, and I think doing it on this app could have been a great way to do it, because one of the problems at the moment is that the 40k rules are so much spread over different books. Like I remember back when I was playing in 8th edition, I think I needed like 6 books to play my Imperial Fist. I needed like White Dwarf magazines, I needed some like the Psychic Awakening books, the Space Marine main codex, the Imperial Fist supplement. It was just like so much stuff. So I really, really hope that they add to this and start adding the rules that are out at the moment to this service. And finally, right at the end, they said event extras VIPs. Now this made me laugh a little bit, because they were on about like queue jumping, and someone said like they're basically selling a fast pass now for Warhammer World and events and stuff, and that is something I don't agree with. There's always been a golden rule at GW events, because I've done this before. Whoever gets there first goes in first. You get these people who sometimes get there at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning stuff. The events don't start till like 10 a.m. and stuff like that, but people want to get in first and get the pictures of the models, buy exclusive miniatures and stuff like that. So once you start adding that fast pass queue, I think I don't know, it just seems something so stupid to me. Like we're literally letting people in because they have this VIP badge to get into an event to look at models. It seems so bloody stupid. They did mention that they're going to make you feel special at the events and stuff like that. I really don't know how they're going to do that. Are they going to announce you when you walk in the door? Are they going to carry you up the stairs to Warhammer World? Are you going to get like exclusive merchandise? Not really sure what they plan for that. But this is something that really raised my eyebrows, and I'm not too keen on a part of this whole subscription service. Anyway, Chaprunios, that is me done for another video. I would love to get your thoughts on feedback on this. Please tell me what you think. Are you going to be paying the fee? Are you subscribing for a certain aspect, the animations, the battle reports, the VIP access to events? I would love to get your feedback on each service and how you feel about each of those services. You all know me, I'm in this for the animations. Everything else is just something extra. That is what I'm here for. I'm here paying the fee just to watch 40k shows. But I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback on what you're going to be paying for. And thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Again, thank you for joining me on the watch along. For those who did, we had some fun. We had some banter as we normally do. See you now. Have a great day, and bye-bye.